What's up, Solar Pros? This is Kyle Thumb with Measure Solar, and this video is about the biggest mistake that you can avoid in order to get more bills and book more appointments. The most important thing to remember about the entire process is that it's not about you, it's not about what you want, it's about what your customer wants. And putting them first is always going to be the most strategic way to get what you want in the end. If you remember this principle and if you apply it correctly, you're going to be able to get more bills, you're going to be able to book more appointments, and the best part is it's going to be a lot easier than what you're currently doing. At this early part of the process, what the customer wants is they want their savings estimate. They want basically an A to B comparison of what solar can do for them. And what we need is we need the utility bill. We want the utility bill. The reason that so many solar reps fail at getting the utility bill is because they get a new lead in, they say, great, hey, I'm gonna ask for the utility bill. And they ask their customer for it. And that is not the first question that we wanna ask. By understanding this principle, we're able to ask them a question about what it is that they want and then ultimately use that to get what we want. And what I mean by that is we're leading off. We say, hey, like I'm finalizing the savings estimate to send over to you. When I send that to you, does email or does text message work best? That question is really great for a few different reasons. Number one, we're ending the sentence with a question to keep control of the conversation. Number two, we're using an either or question to make it as easy as possible for them. And then number three, that question is obviously pertinent to what they want, which is the savings estimate, but it's also pertinent to what we're going to be asking them, which is, hey, can you send me a picture of your utility bill? So then after we've gone through that, the next step would just be great. Like all I need to make that savings as accurate as possible and see how much money you can save is a picture of your utility bill. You can text me a picture of it to me at this number. Let me know when you have sent it. Or if they said emails, exact same thing, except you would say, hey, all I need is a picture or a PDF of your utility bill. You can email it to me at insert email address. When you lead and create your conversations with this framing and this mindset, you're gonna have a much higher success rate. You're gonna have a much larger number of customers that are willing to do that next thing that you're asking of them. You're gonna have a much lower number of customers that are actually just starting like just drop off and ghost you. And you're gonna have a much larger amount of customers that actually make it all the way to presentation and all the way to close, because you're keeping what they care about most and what they want is always at the forefront of their mind, and it should always be at the forefront of your mind. And then you have to figure out how to leverage that to get what we need next to make that next step with them. Even this early in the process, we're still entering the sales negotiation. We have what they want, they have what we want, and we have to make sure that we're giving it to them in small doses and increments that's going to make it easy for them to accept and to move forward one step at a time. So, and with that, when we're asking for the utility bill, we're saying, great, we're going to be able to give you the savings estimate, the rough numbers. We're making sure that we're going to give them what they want, but we're not going to give them the entire thing. We're going to leave a lot up to mystery. Not going to give them the entire proposal. We're not going to give them all the details so that they know exactly how everything works and they won't have any need to talk to us. So we're going to give them a taste, and then we're going to move forward to the next step where we're going to apply the same principle to book the appointment. So at the next step of the process, we go right back to the drawing board. We look at what is it that we want. We want an appointment. We want an opportunity to sit with a person and educate them and help them make a decision. What is it that the customer wants? They still want that full breakdown. They want all the details. They want to know the ins and outs of this purchase and if it really will make as much sense for them as it sounds. This part of the appointment setting process is, in a way, it's very transactional. We're not exchanging money, we're not exchanging any products, but they have something that we want, which is their time. We have something that they want, which is all the information, and we have to make a transaction and make it happen. How do we make that transaction happen? It's very simple. We just start with the customer's wants again. The customer wants a full breakdown. We get them to admit that they want a full breakdown, to ask for it. At that point, we're able to say, great, you want the full breakdown. What we need is we need that appointment. We need that time of yours so that we can give you all the information that you want and help you make that decision. And that's where the transaction really comes. But the key is that we don't ask for the appointment until we connect the appointment to what they're going to get out of it. and what the customer is going to get out of it is that full breakdown, that information that they're looking for. So this was just 2 examples throughout the appointment setting process, but this single shift in kind of mindset is going to help you throughout your entire marketing and sales process. When you're creating ads, when you're doing outreach, when you're booking appointments, when you're trying to close deals, when you're following up, always have to be asking yourself, what is it that the customer wants? What is it that they need? What do I have that I can still provide them? And as long as you're asking questions like these and you're leading with that, the customer is going to be much more likely to opt in and much more likely to move forward with what you're proposing, because they feel like their needs and their wants are at the forefront of the conversation. And that's the most important thing. So once again, my name is Kyle Thum with Measure Solar. I hope that you all have an incredible rest of your day. While you're here, please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, let's go out there and let's grow.